Lovers of freedom all over the world, fellow Biafrans, I remain your very radical, very corrosive, dogged Biafran social commentator, political analyst, and of course, fearless presenter. I have come to give it to you the way it is and the way it should be. All those who support what we are doing, I cut my cap, I doff my hat. I salute you all, our comrades, wherever you are operating from. This day, Ekpa and Sokwo from the Biafra Radical Freedom TV tables have come to address something as it comes to us. A lot of the obedient people were pushing around all over the internet. One confused fellow, I think there are two of them I want to address today. One is already very, very inconsequential, while the other precedes that status of inconsequentiality. So now we want to start with the one who said he is coming to replace that. Everyone who has been in the struggle about Biafra restoration, that they have all been criminals, and he kept calling names. It's all right. So here he said some things that I'm going to mention, but first of all I need to give you a background of who the person is. This person is no other than the one that have always tried to project what one gibberish of a... He is also pushing for, according to him, for Biafra, but I will now show you, I will naked him somewhere for you, where you know that he is very confused, he don't know what he really wants, what he's pushing for. That was why, according to him, Onyendu replied him the way Onyendu did, and I will give you all of that. He brought it up here too, and I'm going to address all of that. Yes, this fellow, you will see him yourself, because I think he is not worthy of me mentioning his name. So you just hear from him, you know now from yourself if that is a name to reckon with. You will see him and even know if you know him at all. You will now decide by yourself if you know the face. I think it will be good for me to use the Bible where he claims he is grounded. There is this man called Karl Popper. He's a 20th century philosopher. Karl Popper, you know him, Dr. Karl Popper. I think he is a philosopher, a British philosopher, or should I say an Austrian British-based philosopher from Australia. So now he is so noted in the world of philosophy for trying to perforate the bodies of idea, knowledge, of philosophical bodies of knowledge from others. That's his own vocation, just to debunk, prove wrong what other people put up, without replacing them with the one that is good. Because if this is black and black is not good and black should be better replaced by white, then good. You have told us black is not good. Then replace it with white. Problem. And some people, that's why I think I will have to commence this particular broadcast or program today by referring to the words of John C. Maxwell on the 7th day of August 2012. Yes, John C. Maxwell. He said, you've probably heard the phrase, it is lonely at the top. That is what some people say. But the good thing to know about this top is that it is associated with leadership. So when you say you have anything to do with leadership and you are doing that in isolation, you have nothing to offer, brother. Now I want to go straight to quoting John C. Maxwell verbatim ad literatim, and according to him, he said, as I quote, He that thinketh he leadeth. This is Shakespearean way of speaking. He said, he that thinketh he leadeth and had no one following is only taking a walk. He that thinketh he leadeth. In his mind, he is thinking that he's leading, just like this one. Because if you followed him, maybe I am recommending you to go and watch. Because YouTube, please, I am not claiming right to the originality of this, what I am trying to attach this video I'm analyzing. So I'm referring my followers to go and see from the source. Because, so thank you. This is a disclaimer. I'm not claiming this is my right. It's not. Please, thank you. Now, he that thinketh he leadeth, he is thinking. It is him that is doing the thinking. Because to everybody, in fact, he doesn't even exist. And had no one following him is only taking a walk. So him thinking he is leading is a self-deceit. Let us leave it at that. But it will also interest you to know that the man who said he is whatever he claimed to be, from the same Bible that he professes, let me take him. If you don't mind, please, I would want you to follow me down to the book of John. John chapter 14. So 10, verse 14. If we go there, and the book of John says, and I read, I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. This man say he is pursuing the restoration or the freedom of the Biafran people. I will give you, there's a breaking news. Since I just mentioned this part, Tom Polo just said something that is making round now. So I will bring about it after this particular one. It won't take time. It's unlike the one I do say. I will bring it. I'll make sure I stress myself to do that. So now, he said, I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. This man say he is coming to be a good shepherd, or he is a good shepherd to Biafran people. That Simon Ekpa is a criminal, Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal. Every other person who has told this line of calling for the freedom or restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra or the Republic of Biafra, that person is a criminal. That is what this man is saying. You know, when people want to advance themselves as a very intelligent or very learned, very important people, those who are always fast to project. There is another fellow I will also finish here for you. So now, they are always quick to project themselves in the light of them being so, very, very big professors. And at the end of the day, they flawed themselves to show they don't know nothing. Now, this is the book of... So now, you said you are a good shepherd. You don't know our voice. We don't know your voice. You don't know us. We don't know you. So you can see, you are now trying to debunk Nnamdi Kanu or trying to paint what Nnamdi Kanu do or did in paint it with Unyi. Want to paint it to be a shenanigan or something that is shrouded in darkness. But you have failed. You have exposed yourself. If you don't mind, fellow Biafrans that are listening, because as you see me like this, forget to... somebody can be whatever, but already we know, we have read. If you don't mind, if you follow me straight to the book of Acts of Apostles chapter 19 from verse 11 to 17, I will show you what the Bible said. Just open your Bible. If you don't mind, I will read straight away. And the evil spirit responded and answered and said unto the person that was coming, those Elimas, he said, Paul, I know. Jesus, I know. Who are you? Who are you? Paul, I know. Jesus, or should I even better place it? He said, Jesus, I know. Paul, I know. Who are you? Onye Kebo. I know Jesus, I know Paul. Who are you? This is your own. You will not say, some of you who have the Bible, you don't open anything that is book. That is why the white man insulted us. If it is written in the book, it will remain a secret because they don't have the appetite to read. They don't read. So now, Oga, who are you? I know Nnamdi Kanu. I know Simon Ekpa. Even there was Rike before that was talking about, you said, at least, if you understand semantics, you use the language you did not even understand, and I'm coming to that. You know, we here in this movement, here in Biafran movement, we are so made. It's not by our power. God has helped us to be very rational thinkers, critical thinkers. We are think tanks. I want you people to open to your Bible again. Open it again. Go to the book of John 10:17 to 30. We can read through there. If you don't, I don't want to be delayed by anyone, because that place was trying to say something that my shepherd hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. My shepherd know my voice, I know them, and they follow me. Is it what is written in your own Bible? Open it. Now I'm dying for one. I didn't know Igbo. I try for. Yatago. Open the Bible. My sheep hear my voice. They hear my voice. So why, unless you are going to be able to prove that the whole of Biafran people, the Biafran race, the Biafran people, the Ijo, the Bibio, the Igbos, their brothers, or wherever they are, that they are clowns, they don't know anything, that they are lesser than the sheep. Because the sheep, you heard the master here say, the sheep, even the sheep know, they hear the voice. And the shepherd himself know the sheep. The sheep hear the voice, the shepherd know the sheep, and the sheep knows them, recognizes the shepherd whenever he sees him, and they know the voice of the shepherd. So how come we don't know you? What are you even talking about? You are giving us analysis of, oh, how you went to this parliament, oh, who the thing he enjoyed, he think he just fell from heaven, and all of that. Trash. Bunkum, complete bunkum. That is a very big trash. Magnificent one for that matter. How do you want to tell somebody that has his brains working very well that you are this, you are that, and nobody takes cognizance of you? If you have anything to offer, my brother, you will be recognized. You just said it. Simon Ekpa just joined yesterday. He doesn't know where the skeleton of the movement is buried. Okay. But today, he is leading the mass movement. The people know him. He knows the people. So you can see it. So they just want to be. Why? Oh, you don't want to be popular. What are you doing? Are you hearing that? And if you remember, he made a comment here. He said that when he asked Nnamdi Kanu said, "Oh, you are still talking one Nigeria." You will see. I will show you where he said that too. I will show you where he said that. He said that Nnamdi Kanu answered him and said that you are still talking Biafra. Why won't he tell you that? Even in the Bible, when you check from the book of John 17:11-12, it was very clear. At time come when certain questions was very, very imminent, it was important and sacrosanct that these questions are asked. Now, when you go to that book of John 17:11-12, you will hear where the Bible said something like, "And I am no longer in the world, but they are in the world. And I am no longer," he said, Nnamdi Kanu answered him. You people don't know what we are made of. You don't know the stuff we are made of. Here, we are the indigenous people of Biafra. Our leader, the greatest leader of the greatest mass movement on the planet Earth. Nnamdi Kanu, onye Chineke ga na-agọzi. Our prime minister, nwoke dị very, very rugged. Ijo ka apia bigwa. Nwoke no mma nwoke kwadosi ike. Nwoke dị asị gị na ọ dị na mbụ. Ịghọtago? Ị na-akwa aghọtafụ. So now, and I am no longer in the world, and they are in the world. I am no longer in the world. You are still talking, in the constitution. We are even also talking for the well-being of the Fulanis. You are talking Biafra, you are talking of the well-being of Fulanis. That you want a Nigerian map, a map. Then let me start to dismantle you. But before I dismantle you, finish, fellow Biafrans, I want you to make sure that you subscribe to this channel. If you have not, if this is your first time of meeting us, please subscribe to this channel and remain blessed. Again, if you don't like our programs, you just watch them and go. No, it's not right. Like it, also comment, say something, so that there will be more and more engagement. Thank you as you also share it. If what you are doing is good, if it is going more viral, it will make more sense. So share it. Encourage us by sharing it. Other people will even ask for gift or give us gift. We are not asking for that. That is like when you are watching, you share gift and all of that. We have not asked for that. People who do that do it on their own volition, and we appreciate. So that's not, we are not beggars. We are pursuing freedom. We're only begging you to get it wider, spread it wider, so that many more people will hear it and get their salvation. Doing by hearing. Now, you followed us as we are still doing the good work that we know best how to do. Listen to this man, then we pick it up from there. Listen to him.
Simon Ekpa and all of those who are running this Biafra restoration business are clear-minded criminals who are not in any way involved in the liberation campaign we wage. I repeat, Simon Ekpa and his ex-wife principal, Nnamdi Kanu, and all of those who are doing one Biafra thing or the other, because we had engaged them to ask them very basic questions. And our interactions with them that, ran over a number of years left us with only one conclusion, that these people are not at all interested in anything that might even remotely lead to any kind of salvation or liberation. And what are those issues? What are those issues? What is the meaning, if I were to ask you, Rudolph, what is the meaning of Biafra restoration? You were in New York. You were in that town hall in New York where I had to pull up one of the professors. Our people, our diaspora people, our Igbo people in the US should listen carefully, because in the days ahead, it will come to when we begin to call names of people who did what. You see, on the Nigerian stage, we have been very cautious, very taking every care not to call names of people who did the kind of things that will make people stone them, if people were to know even today some of the people that have been followed around. And so you were there in New York Town Hall, in between our shuttles in Washington, where they were talking about, they said it's not what we are doing that they want, is Biafra they want, and we asked them, what is the meaning of Biafra restoration? Is it the Biafra of 1967? Because three basic questions. Where's the map of the territory you describe? Because if you say you want independence, which is what they say they want, where does it begin? Where does it end? The Lower Niger Congress has sat down with 42 different Biafran organizations, starting with Owazurike that recruited all of them. Biafra actualization that became Biafra restoration in 2013 when Nnamdi Kanu set up and broke off from Raf Owazurike. So I'm reporting to you what transpired directly between me and the leader on behalf of LNC and the leadership of all these groups, starting with Wazirike and then Nnamdi Kanu's IPOB. And then Simon Ekpa that joined them only very recently. He doesn't even know where the skeletons are buried in that IPOB. They cannot give me a definition of what Biafra restoration means because they do not have a map of where. Does that Biafra include the present rivers, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, and Bayelsa? If it does not, or if it does, have you sat down with them to agree? Those who did not come with you in 1967, have you sat down with them to agree? We placed an 8-point strategy to tell you how we came to the conclusion that this madness that is now costing us blood. You remember that we shouted all over the place, both in Nigeria and in the international arena. And we went to the homes of the elders, of our Igbo elders resident in the US, telling them that this criminality will lead to bloodshed, the kind of bloodshed we are seeing in the East now, because a few criminals lashed onto what was being done to now, the sentiment, the very positive sentiment of the Biafra of life, the Biafra that saved those who were to be killed in 1967. They have bastardized that name in saying that they are going to, I don't know what they are doing, and I came to the conclusion that they are criminals who are only interested in making money and making fame from the pain and misery of a people that are in distress. Those 8 points of strategy, that was the basis of our discussions with all of them, inviting them. We tried to invite them to bring whatever energies are available into the simple liberation strategy that we put on the table. Those 8 points start with the map of the entire place. We have a map of Nigeria, and we say we and other people are trapped here, and therefore how do we get ourselves out of that prison? And so we were able to make out something that could become a plan that will accommodate everybody, including the Fulani. We had a map of Nigeria to say we must have we cannot have a union in which human life is not held sacrosanct.
All right, you just heard him. He said Simon Ekpa and his SY minister, Bose, principal, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and every other person who has pursued or who are still pursuing for the restoration of Biafra. Then he said Wazirike used actualization, whereas Nnamdi Kanu from 2013 started restoration of Biafra, and that Biafra is what saved people from being plied the 1960s, 1967 until the Inuara time. So now that every other person, and he is the good one, every other person, just like Obasanjo would do, every other person that has followed that line of actualization, not as if he doesn't believe in the actualization, it's just that he's confused. So he believes, but every other person is a criminal. Only him is the righteous one. Let us continue. Now he said that there is actualization, that what he asked is, what is the map of this Biafra you are pursuing? He asked Nnamdi Kanu. So he said, Nnamdi Kanu, where is the map of this Biafra you are pursuing? Then he asked Nnamdi Kanu, if you don't have the map, so now I said, what is this your Biafra? What is this your Biafra all about? He asked him, what is Biafra? What is restoration of Biafra? What is restoration of Biafra all about? It's not what it's all about. What is restoration of Biafra? So now I want to analyze it. He asked Nnamdi Kanu, what is the restoration of Biafra? If you are asked, he asked the presenter there, if you are asked, what is this? What is Biafra about? Or what is so now that question can be likened to, like, you see a midwife, and there is a woman that has been pregnant for like 3 years. The pregnancy has come to that heavy status, to that heavy state. Now the midwife came on board to help. There have been a lot of women around that community. No one stepped forward to midwife the woman in labor. The pregnancy has been so heavy that the first 9 months passed, and the pregnancy now stayed for longer time, and a midwife stepped forward, and somebody now who also maybe has been within that community even longer than the midwife that came from that same community, but is a younger midwife, and they were old people there who were supposed to also have experience of midwifery. They left that woman. Now she came in while this one is trying to midwife the unborn child, came in now to be asking around. So what is this midwifing about? What is this midwifing about? Why do you want to deliver this baby? Why do you want to deliver this baby? Is that question, doesn't it sound absurd? Doesn't it sound imbecilic? Doesn't it sound, in fact, very idiotic? Is that not a silly question? That is what 70-year-old man, no. That's how the government will say. Now, 70-year-old man, no. That is the man that is doing this. Doing what a little child cannot do. Is that question, is it not so lunatic? Is it what an elderly person should be asking? Okay. He asked him now the kind of, so where is the Biafra map? This man said he is a scholar. He appeared in this. He pulled this professor. You heard him all. He said, I pulled this professor. I pulled that. I did that. And he himself also is a professor, so to say. But then, let me ask you. This man has been talking about Nnamdi Kanu starting restoration of Biafra, so he's not doing it well. That he, for 6 years, he went going to consult and that and did that and that. Good, fine. How come you then started asking Nnamdi Kanu, where is the map? Where is the map of this Biafra you are talking about? You want to restore? Then that leads us to another question. What is restoration? I told you that some people, when they want to front themselves as people who know, they end up disgracing themselves. They end up disgracing themselves. What is restoration? When you restore, the process, what is restoring? When you restore, when you are restoring, you are bringing back a thing to its former state, or which former status, its original status. The condition it used to be, to the position where it were. Restoring, bringing back to the former status, bringing back to the original place, bringing back to the original condition, to the condition it used to be, bringing back. This thing existed. This thing existed. Then when you go even into the issues of consultation, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was coming to our coastal region, was coming to our region, he was coming to meet elders. At least if he doesn't know, when this animal now that is misbehaving today was busy coming to our region with those days, coming with compassion, this guy from Ihiala that is now using ESN to constitute nuisance, and also now cashing out from the whole freedom thing, Benjamin Marbonkeda. That one, they were coming to our region when they will come with a coat instead of suit, and with a compassion. Now that, I remember those days. Now he is selling his own idea. That is his own route. If you remember the first question the interviewer asked him, that why are you now trying to prove every other person wrong? Because it is solving the same question, solving the same problem that both Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa did. And that one also referred to him, where Simon, in his program with him, Rudolph, let me call the name, when Rudolph was telling him that he was with us, and he tried to prove to us why nobody should, trust Peter Obi. And he said this, that what Simon is doing, Rudolph was telling him, he is trying to solve the Nigerian problem just the way Nnamdi Kanu was trying to solve the problem. And you said every other person is a criminal, only you. Only you are the righteous one. And now, you don't know what is restoration. You don't know what is restoration. So why should anybody who is sent follow you? Are you busy? Somehow you are busy asking, nobody's following you. You are angry. Why shouldn't you be angry? You don't know your left from your right. So why should anybody follow you? Are different people no longer intelligent people? Why should anybody follow you? You went there. Sometimes you said, when we went there to the parliament, we convinced them. We went to the American, to the United, and okay, when you went there and they told you it was through you, through your efforts, that they now recognize the people who are clamoring for self-determination. If you listen to him, that's why I'm recommending you go listen to the program from the beginning to the end. It's about 18 minutes. Man, you said there that was why won't they give you? Because they notice that you are a busybody. It's just like what happened between what happens to Nigeria and the international community of states. They said, okay, just be happy. You are the giant of Africa. It seems Nigeria is not, they will make Nigeria happy again. They say, oh, you are the leading economy in Africa. Oh, Nigeria will be happy. They will say, oh, you are out of inflation. No inflation again. Oh, Nigeria will be happy. That was what they did to you. Because, when the people saw that this man is really empty, so instead of us allow him pestering us, let us tell him what he would like and be happy. That was what they did to that man. This Okoko. This Okoko, that's what they did to him. Just to get rid of his wahala. They just said, okay. What do you say it is again? He said, oh, recognize us, we are agitating. Oh, what is that your name again? He mentioned his name. They said, oh, don't worry. You have gotten it. It is you that got it, okay? Now everybody that is agitating to go, they are recognized now. And he's happy that he's how recognized for what? You are recognized. That is why you don't know where you stand. They asked this Anumanu doesn't know where he stand. He is busy telling Mazin Namdekanu that they want a constitution that will solve the problem. That when they ask how they know that Namdekanu and every other person is a criminal, when they ask them the question of he don't know what that, he don't know what this, what he was telling them, he was answering them from the map of Biafra from the 17th century. And you are now making instance of something that happened in 18. Nnamdi Kanu was taken to the map of, or is it, you said 18th century, Abi? Then you are making instance of something that happened in 18 Burgadam. So are you not talking about the same thing? Because there is bite of Biafra, so the name, when you are talking about consultation, you are talking about restoring, Oga. You are talking about restoring, you clown. Are you talking about restoring here? Then what does restoring mean to you? Because you asked, what does Biafra mean to you? What does putting birth to this child mean to you? Or what does midwifing this child mean to you? This is a midwife. This is a lady that has been pregnant. The pregnant is long overdue. And you have been in this community as an supposed old person, and you say you know about midwifery. Everybody should leave road for you. And you have been here. This woman has been suffering in labor. And somebody stepped forward and doing it, and people are beginning to clap for that person, acknowledge and admire the person because of the processes he's undertaking. Now, because of envy, you are coming to tell the world that this one doesn't know he's a criminal. He doesn't know how to do midwifery. And you have been in that community, and that woman has been so heavily pregnant for a long time. When you talk about restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra, whether with Nnamdi Kanu, whether with, when you said Wazirike did this, and you now mentioned that is why Nnamdi Kanu stepped in 2013. Now you said Wazirike was talking about the what do you say? What was the word you used again? While Nnamdi Kanu came up to say no, we should be talking about restoring. You said Wazuke was talking about what did he came to actualize. Now, between the two, who used the right, who came from the real perspective that should be followed? This entity existed, it used to exist, it collapsed. So bringing it back again to its identity as an entity, separate from the Nigerian state, what should it be? It is restoration. So that it has existed, it existed as formal before it was even declared for it to be a Biafra, it was answering a former Eastern region. So it was Eastern region. It used to be Eastern region in Nigeria. So the Eastern region covers beyond Nnamdi Kanu's village to Nnamdi Azikiwe's village to Chief Odumegu's village to Simon Ekpa's village to Dr. Chief Philip Efion's village to Emmanuel Nwobosi's village to all the other veterans, to everybody in this defunct Eastern region. So why are you asking him to go and define what? And they are busy talking about the Biafra. You're also busy talking about the map that will be analyzed that will favor the Fulani and favor you. That was why Nnamdi Kanu answered you. Nnamdi Kanu read the Bible very well. That's what he was telling you. He said you are busy still talking one Nigeria, talking constitution, Nigerian constitution. Oga, we have long left you, Oga. We don't leave you, come out. We are talking Biafra here. You are talking Nigeria, talking restoration, talking the constitutional amendment or restructuring. We talked that before you. Now we are no more talking that because it's not going to work. If you heard Rudolph on his introduction, he said that these people are saying that they have seen this is not working. Before the election, Rudolph, he carry Aju Buru Pitobi for head. He carry Aju Buru Pitobi for head before this issue. But today, Rudolph is coming to his senses gradually. He's telling you now that these people are talking about restoration. They are talking about this, fixing the problem, that this is not working. It is not working. Okay, there is even another interview. If I can see it, I will add it at the end of this video. If I can't, you understand? So, and beyond you, I want us to listen to another young fellow, one obedient. This guy is one of the people that made people turn to call P2B's movement obedience. This one, particularly him, he has been involved in a lot of bad, discharging bad energy, and he is not up and doing. He's not up and doing because he's not rational in any sense. When you follow him, there is no sense of criticality. He can't reflect on anything from what is getting. If you can't, there is no focus. There's no focus. He doesn't. So let us listen to his word. If we will come back to this man that said he came with a 12 whatever and has consulted for 6 years and that. If we have anything to add to what he said, then we'll come back to do that. If we don't, then we move forward. But before then, let us listen to this young man without direction. Let's listen to him.
There are 3 reasons why Peter Obi lost, or why Peter Obi is not president today, maybe even 4. But the first reason is this: out of the 5 states of the southeast, now this is number 1 reason, the number of registered voters that collected their PVC in the whole 5 states of the southeast, the Igbos now, the number of Igbos that collected their PVCs in the southeastern states are about 11 million. 11 million. But then, when you put the total number of votes for Peter Obi together from the 5 southeastern states, they come up to about 1.6 million. What happened? If they rigged elsewhere, did they also rig in Anambra? No. But what happened? We need to ask ourselves this question. It's important. Many Igbos did not come out to vote. And it's not like they wanted to sit down in their house. No. They sat down in their houses because they were afraid. Because somebody was smart enough to instigate someone like Simon Ekpa to push the narrative of sit at home. So they pushed that narrative, and the narrative was not enough. So what did they do? They went further to actually begin to carry out acts of violence in the name of IPOB. People were losing their lives. So they were scared. Even those who defied the sit at home, old women were beating their goods that they shaded in front of their houses destroyed. So most Igbos did not come out to vote out of fear of sit at home or violating sit at home. So the vast number of Igbos did not come out. Out of 11 million people, Igbos that collected PVC, only 1.6 million people, Igbos voted. So about 9 million Igbos, 9 million Igbos did not vote for Peter Obi. So the reason number one why Peter Obi did not win is because Igbos did not vote for him.
You heard our obedient brother. He said why Peter Obi did not win. The reason Peter Obi did not win. Now I want to ask you, I told you that this guy particularly is one of the misguided frontline soldiers of Peter Obi that were busy deceiving people. When people came forward to say, Ozrike did say that, our PM Mazi Simon Ekpa did say that, our Supreme Suprado Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did say that. He went as far as even telling us whom Peter Obi is, the real person of Peter Obi, his character, and how unstable it is. Even Nelson Wike, the unstable man, even pointed to the instability of Peter Obi. The very Kenneth Okonkwo that was busy fighting for Peter Obi, fighting anyone that comes across to, to open his buccal cavity against Peter Obi, except us in the IPOB, except us, because he doesn't have the capacity to do. If he does, Kenneth Okonkwo came to point to the instability of Peter Obi. And in fact, he said the character is not even worthy to lead. Said anything Atiku, Peter Obi, Tinubu should not appear in the ballots in their coming if we are going to allow them. As if we are going to allow them to do anything again. We are already going on. So that's not our focus. See, this man now is telling the world why Peter Obi did not win. Why Peter Obi lost the election. Why Peter Obi failed in the election. So, brother, you have finally, after deceiving the world and telling everybody you are going to court, and you have 2,000 senior advocates that will defend you. Atezenobo have brought out this, and how many 100 billions that you have provided 800,000 CCTVs that will be in all polling units and all of that. So finally you have come to, finally it has come to roost. It has come to roost. Peter Obi finally failed the election, and you were deceiving people. Oh, we're going to court. We will go to court. So Peter Obi lost the election. We are whiter than white. We will drag you until you make confessions. Go and check even our inside house. When you people in the Zoological Republic were busy trying to instigate or scatter our house, you thought we are not going to succeed. You keep on planting enemies, in-house enemies, and you think we were not going to. Martin comes and said, even if it is one person, we are going to actualize Biafra. We're going to restore the Biafra, the state. It is going to happen. Say, in the end, Biafra will come. Do anything you like, in the end, Biafra will come. That they can buy anybody they choose to buy, it doesn't stop anything. So finally, we will pull you until you confess. Check out those our criminal DOS people, all of them. It is everyday confession, every day. What those guys have done is so enormous, but they are confessing every day. So you too now, you have started your confession. Peter Obi did not win election. You wasted Nigerian people's time, taking them to court. They are going to court that he won, he was robbed, he was rigged, he was that. But that is not the case. That's, by the way, let us talk about the realities. Let's talk about the logicalities. Let's talk about the technicalities that was involved in your words, and we are digesting them, exposing you more. You said 11 million people registered for the 23 general elections, and at the end of the business, at the end of the process, it was just 1.6 million people that voted. But is that the truth? That is why you can't reason well. You were going to school, the teacher was talking, you don't listen. Was it 1.6 million people that voted? Go and do your calculation. Anambra State got up to 500 and something. Just check. Go and check your data. Check your data. Peter Obi at least won in all the Igbo states. He won in all the Igbo states. And you said why he lost is because the Igbo people did not come out to vote. So finally, who won the election? Bola Tinubu. Good. And the Tinubu's own state, where he told you is his own state. Who won there also? Peter Obi. So if Peter Obi won in his own 5 states, Tinubu did not even win in his own state. Peter Obi did not win only in Yoruba. Tinubu is from Yoruba. Peter Obi is from Southeast. And Lagos is the most populous in the West, in the Yoruba land. And Peter Obi won in all his 5 states, and won also in some Yoruba state, especially with the most densely populated state in Yoruba land, where the election, Nigerian election, is sincerely determined, or should sincerely be determined from. Peter Obi won there. Abi? So, what logic are you bringing forward? Peter Obi lost, the Igbo did not come to voting. But even beyond that, was it only 1.6 million people that voted? Up to 1.9 million people voted for Peter Obi. But before that, check, because you are trying to bring about the percentage of turnout, voter turnout. You also need to go back to Peter Obi article tickets of 2019. What was the number of registered voters? 10 million plus. 10 million plus registered. How many million voted? 1.6 million plus. Maybe you were, because you are the hearsay people, maybe you are trying to, somebody do copy for you, because a lot of you who do expo in school, somebody like you, copy people. When you copy like this, you come to lie to the public. It was 10 million in the 2019. Why? Before today, the Igbo people already got tired of Nigerian dubious electoral process. Even you yourself confessed that the electoral process is dubious. Even before the election, that was why you were telling people you have 2,000 senior advocates of Nigeria that will come, that some barristers will come from UK, some will come. You were busy deceiving people. Lying. Obedience. All the things you keep lying, deceiving people. So finally you have come to confess. You have come to confess. And you don't even know the person you're supporting. You don't even know any data. You just open your book cavity and begin to vomit anything. You don't even know what elections, what figures, what vote he got from where and how he got it. And your logic, to see how water-brained you are. Your brain is so watery. We are looking for reasonable people to respond to. It's not that your clip happened to coincide with this of the man that said every other person is criminal except him. That's why I'm touching it, because you are a very, very inconsequential person. You don't sound anywhere rational that anyone should even reply you. So it's because now you have the effrontery to mention the name, the Simon Ekpa name, with your smelling mouth. You have the audacity to mention that name in a disgusting, in a dishonorable manner. In Rokai, in Apuala, who told you that you are qualified to mention that name? Look at you. You don't know about the person you're supporting. You're talking about turnout. In 2019, 10 million plus registered and 1.6 voted. So can't you see that there is a very reconcilable sequence? There is a very reconcilable sequence there. 300,000 cut short, 300,000, and there was also a slight cut short of the registered number of people that registered. So can't you marry it? Can't you marry? Can't you see? Can't you have a way of synchronizing the data? That is the kind of new fights that follows the P2B, and you'll be busy blowing lie. At least. That was why I said I saw only one man in P2B's team. Okay, one man and one woman. Aisha Yusuf and Derefarotimi, especially Derefarotimi. That is the brain I see there. And he makes his stance very clear, unbiased. He makes his stance very clear. And he is following P2B because of his conviction. And I respect him for that. Every other person were just forwarding their stomach infrastructure, including Kenneth Okonkwo. So you can see that. You don't know about the man you are presenting. And you think you know about us. You need to know about your house first. Where you believe in. If you can't come to talk to me about even the Nigerian state you're talking about. You can't talk to Nigeria. You can't talk anything about Nigeria where I am. I will demolish you. With facts, with information, with data. With data. You can see the kind of people that, they did not come to vote. And during the election, where did you get your record? Where do you get your information from? That during the election, a lot of people, they were stopped. The Igbo people did not come to vote because they were threatened. The Igbo people don't believe in your system anymore, just like yourself don't believe in the system. Your principal, P2B, told you. After when immediately he lost the election, he now came to tell people that Nigerian judiciary is cash and carry. So now it is now that he know that it's cash and carry. Before the election, P2B was telling you people because of his greed, his lust for power, his aversion for power. He said that a vehicle with a knocked engine, there is no kind of driver, even if you bring an angel from heaven, as a driver, I cannot move a vehicle with a knocked engine. That engine of Nigerian vehicle has knocked. Okugo, the engine Kurako. That is your principal. Maybe your watery brain will not retain this kind of information. Maybe your watery brain cannot retain this kind of information. I wonder the kind of the people that advise you people. I don't wonder who advises you people to come and to showcase your poverty-stricken acumen. Come to project it in the light of you are talking as a sage now. You see audacity. Can you see the courage with which he is disgracing himself? He thought he was coming to disgrace us. Who gave you the data that the IPOB people came to obstruct the election? We told our people that this is not there. We can't keep doing one thing and over and over. Why the people had to even vote during 2019? Why there was that amount of turnout is because our great and indefatigable leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, said, now you people can go and vote so that they will know that tomorrow we can't repeat this again. We told them that no matter what victory you get, the Fulani Janjaweed will not allow you as an Igbo man to ascend that throne. They know that since the spirit of death has been hovering over them because of their atrocities on us, that anybody who ascends that throne will either get seriously ill or he will kick the bucket once and go. That is what has been happening. So they know that being the vice, the constitution automatically makes you the president to take over immediately. And they are afraid of what happened during the Jonathan era to repeat. They are afraid of that repeating. That is why they want to do. They prefer they go the mumu ticket. They prefer to violate every other convention to go for mumu ticket instead of having this kind of mixed ticket that will produce an Igbo man as a vice, so that if this one kick bucket, the Igbo man will take over. When we gave you every evidence, when during the program, one man was asking, what if he win? He was asking our PM, Mazi Simon Ekpa, what if P2B win? What if he? And the man was busy telling him, there is no how P2B would win. There is no how he would win. The people that colonized you, that passed the ball to some people, they know that there is no Igbo man that will serve their interests as the leader. And they have vowed that they will do everything to always preserve the caliphate to be in charge. Even as Tinubu is there today, the caliphate is still in charge. That is why they are talking about I think a lot of people responded to that program earlier on today. That's why I didn't want to. Musa, the chief of defense staff, was again crying, pointing at the impending military coup. He was talking about that coup. And if you follow that Musa's comment, you know, when the Biafran Defense Force, the Liberation Army, captured one of the terrorist army, they gave that army Musa came and denied that person. Said he was an erstwhile, he was a former Lance Corporal. He used to be a Lance Corporal. That means he's no more in service. Is it now that he has graduated, he has retired, or what? He's no more that he used to be. And when the person was interrogated, the supposed Lance Corporal, he mentioned the barracks he is still serving in. He mentioned his military cantonment. He mentioned where he is serving. He mentioned everything. But Musa came to deny him. And the same denial approach, Musa also came to deny. Again, it is all denial. If you listen to the program he did today, it was denial. Now he even went to expose the government failure. That was why one of our Biafran analysts said Musa is the one that want to do the takeover. And then Chakwaya somehow, maybe it is Musa, because when he's coming to call, to threaten it, Musa should really be interested in that office. I am beginning to think about it now. Maybe the person that want to overthrow Tinubu is Musa, who, like the analyst said, that he will not project himself directly. That the younger boys, as it's always the ethics in carrying out a coup, the younger boys, after you have designed the whole techniques, that as it stands, it's only Lagbaja that is standing in the way. That the overthrow is still imminent. Musa is coming to deny. So if you follow that broadcast, the address for Musa, I think you will need to go and watch that. You see, it was just denial. The way he denied that that young man, that officer I think he was eventually released after he was given a message to give to. Well, so Musa denied. Now he mentioned how the Ogbunigwe that have been used to destroy. He said, you dare not. Musa was confessing, even when he was denying, he was also confessing. He said, you dare not go to the territory of this young man or this Biafran Liberation Army. That they use the kind of Ogbunigwe, and they know that the kind of, also now after he will cut from here and cut from here. Then when they also go to the north, before you detect where there are some Ogbunigwes, I think there has not been many cases of using Ogbunigwe there by Boko Haram. So this one, by the Bokos, please, disclaimer, we are not talking anything violence here. We are not inciting violence either. Neither are we giving any kind of disinformation. Thank you for understanding with us. All right, you heard Musa. He was there trying to impress himself, impress themselves. Even when the journalists tried to, refer to what a lot of people, including the current Zamfara governor, what T.Y. Danjuma and a lot of other Nigerians are saying, which is exposure of the weakness of the Nigerian army, and how they have been crushed by the Biafran Liberation Army, and lots more. So the Musa is making excuses, trying to state the fact that yes, the government, which of course fighting asymmetric warfare demands that there is good governance and also social infrastructures to be in order. So thank God it is happening. It is coming from him. He's been able to confess too that there are no social amenities, public good, dividends of democracy are not delivered to the people of the Biafran people. So also, if there should be a success, so far he's been able to accept that there is nothing they can do. In fact, they've been bombarded so severally. They have been so bombarded with Obunigwe so often by those of the Biafran Liberation Army, and so their armories have been destroyed so countlessly, and that he's admitting that there's only 20% to what they can do. 20 to 25%, as up to 80 to 85 or 75 to 80% of the rest of the job should be dependent on good governance and delivering the deliverable to the people of this region. So, and also that same applies to the northeast, where there is potential threats, because like the case of the asymmetric warfare as it is with the Biafran Liberation Army, their own case is a kind of justifiable something that they are, after all, calling for having been left out in the affairs of things. Although this time it is not just that. The people, because of all the accumulated bad treatment, have decided to go and govern themselves. So that is it. So, but the place of lies is where he's saying that they are very capable, they are very professional, which even Amnesty International have gone to severally prove their own professionalism. The unprofessionalism of Nigerian military, where there are many instances, valid cases. So, now moving away from Musa, I think let me use this to augment where I raised the concern about Musa and denial, Nigerian army denial, not accepting that they have been defeated by the Biafra Liberation Army. So that's a part of the denial. But thank God, at least he was kind enough to expose the fact that the people now who decide to go on their own, who now move for self-determination, that there is justification to why they are going, that they have been left out. There is no presence of the government, the Nigerian state, in terms of delivering the deliverable in the region. So now it has gone beyond just demanding for delivering the dividends of democracy. So now they want to deliver it themselves by themselves. So according to Musa, how long is this program? I don't want this program to last too long. All right, fellow Biafrans, I want to draw the curtain here. Please make sure you share this program. Make sure you share it. If you have not subscribed to this program, if this is your first time meeting us, please subscribe. Click on the notification button also, so that it will be on, so that anytime we do program, you will see the notification. And as well, please drop your comment. Unless you feel what we are saying doesn't make any sense, drop your comment and like the video. Thank you. Remain blessed. I remain Ekpa and Sokwo. This is Biafra Radical Freedom TV projecting. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Keep on supporting, keep on voting, keep on supporting, keep on supporting, keep on supporting. We will always debunk all their lies. We will always debunk we will always floor them. Not just debunking, we will always floor them. We will make them look stupid before the people they are trying to, sell lies to. Thank you.